What's up guys, Joel Staley here, and today I'm going to be talking about the many benefits of fasting for fat loss. You've heard me talk about fasting before. It's helped me a number of times, especially when I was behind schedule on losing fat for my competition or just trying to stay lean for the summer after going off the deep end a few times or having too many cheat days. Fasting has always been there to set me right back on track. But besides just fat loss, there are a ton of health benefits that come along with fasting, and that's what I'm going to touch on in this video. So let's get right into it. Now, how I got into fasting is a pretty crazy story. After my second men's physique show, I developed somewhat of a binge eating disorder, which is fairly common for competitors after their show. So one day I decided to track my calories, and after doing so, even though I was eating healthy options, I was just eating a lot. I was consuming about 5,700 calories a day. Now at the time, my maintenance calories was about 2,600, meaning anything over 2,600, I was going to be gaining weight. So I had actually joked to my wife Amy, I could not eat anything the next day and I would still be over my calories for both days combined, which is what led me down inevitably to researching fasting and seeing that people do actually do it for fat loss, and there are a ton of health benefits that accompany it besides just that, which is what we're going to talk about. So, straight into the benefits. It makes losing fat super easy. I like to give this example. Imagine you're on vacation and you have $2,000. Are you going to be able to do as much with that $2,000 over a 16-day vacation or over an 8-day vacation? Obviously, the $2,000 will go a lot farther in an 8-day vacation, and the same holds true for calories, but instead of dollars, we're talking calories, and instead of days on vacation, we're talking hours in the day. If you can consume all your calories within an 8-hour window rather than the standard 14 to 16 hours, you just get to have bigger meals, more satisfying meals. You're not as hungry throughout the day, and that's the main reason fasting, at least the 16-8 method, which we'll go into different methods of fasting in another video, but at least intermittent fasting, that's why it makes fat loss super easy. You're also less hungry throughout the day. Something a lot of people don't realize is they eat breakfast before they're actually hungry. But after you eat, your insulin spikes and your blood sugar rises right after you eat. And once it starts coming back down, that's when you start feeling that hunger ping in your stomach like you're hungry again. So if you eat at 5 a.m., say before you go to the gym, then you're going to be hungry again at 8 a.m., then again around 11 a.m., then 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m. You're going to be hungry all day. If instead you don't eat until noon or 2 o'clock, then you're not really going to be hungry until that noon or 2 o'clock. You eat when you finally are hungry, and then if you're hungry every 3 hours after that, it's much less time overall throughout the day. So if being hungry is the worst part of dieting, which I think it is, that right there is a good cure for that. This one's actually mind-blowing, and this was a game changer when I found it out. It's why I did so much fasting during my competition prep, is because studies are showing that you retain more muscle fasting than you do in a regular caloric deficit diet. What that means is if you eat 1,000 calories a day for 3 days and I fast for 3 days eating nothing, I'm going to maintain or retain more muscle. And that's because your human growth hormone is a natural hormone, obviously great for preserving muscle, is so elevated while you're fasting in a way that it's not when you're eating, that you retain more muscle, and the weight that you lose comes from fat as opposed to both fat and muscle when you're in a caloric deficit. Also a game changer is studies are showing it doesn't slow your metabolism down as much as a standard caloric deficit diet. So retaining muscle and not slowing down your metabolism, those reasons alone are enough to try intermittent fasting in my opinion, but it also curbs hunger and makes losing fat easy. Really, what else could you ask for? Well, I'll tell you what else. It gives your digestive system a much needed break. If you think it takes 6 to 8 hours to digest food after you eat it, and you're eating at 9, 10 o'clock at night, then you're having breakfast at 6 or 7 in the morning, you're really never giving your digestive system any time to stop working. And it's not supposed to be working 24/7. When you do take these little intermittent fasting breaks, it gives your digestive system a much needed break, and then it can focus on doing other things, such as the next benefit is what's called autophagy. When you don't have food to burn, you're going to start burning fat, and you're going to start consuming the weakest cells that make up your body. Your body will actually start eating itself, starting with the weakest cells that make up your body, and then it's going to replace them with brand new healthy cells. That in turn does quite a few things, including gives you anti-aging effects, and it helps you become fat adapted. Like I said, most people don't actually ever tap into their fat stores. What is fat? Fat is excess energy that we eat that our body doesn't need to burn. So what it does is it holds on to it in case of a long time without eating. It can dip into those fat stores and use those fat stores as energy. But since we eat so much, most people that you run into never burn any fat. All they do is burn the stored carbs that they've been eating, and they never dip into the excess energy meant to be used for fuel, which is fat. But by fasting, you run out of carbs after so long, and then your body learns how to burn fat for fuel instead of just carbs. You get an increased mental focus while fasted. This has been explained to me because of our hunter-gatherer ancestors. If you went 2 or 3 days without eating, then you had to be at the top of your A game because you were out. You had to hunt something, or you had to find something to bring back and feed your family and feed yourself, or you just wouldn't make it through the winters or even the summers, I guess. You have to eat. So once you've gone so long without eating, you just have this mental focus, which is ridiculous. You couple that with the black coffee that you can drink while you're fasted, and I'm telling you, you will be at the top of your A game mentally, 100%. And studies show fasting may help prevent cancer. This goes back to the autophagy thing. If your body consumes its weakest cells, it's going to most likely consume the cells that would make up your cancer later in life. Now, this isn't 100% if you fast, you're not going to get cancer, but there are studies showing that it may help prevent, which is enough for me to try it. Guys, quick pitch. If you do want to build muscle and lose fat the easy way, feel free to email me at joel@joelstaleyfitness.com. I am taking on a few more clients at this time. You'll get weekly workout programming, which all scientifically proven methods. I'm not going to have you throwing a medicine ball at the ground or any of that dumb stuff. It's going to be the real deal. If Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't doing it, we're not doing it. Only the real tried and tested workouts. Only the best for my clients. A customized meal plan, meal tracking, meaning I'll keep tabs via your MyFitnessPal. Say, hey, you're not getting enough protein on these days. You might want to try having your big carb meal here instead of there, etc. You'll get access to the Joel Staley Fitness Facebook forum, bi-weekly check-ins with me, and about 12/7 access to me for any questions or concerns. I could say 24/7, but between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. you can reach me. Otherwise, I might be getting back to you the next day or a little bit later. But that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. If you got anything from this video, please feel free to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't tried fasting, but you are trying to lose fat and it's just too much for you, I completely understand. Dieting sucks, and fasting has really changed the game for me personally and a few of my clients. That makes it not only easier to adhere to, but you get progress so much quicker. So at the very least, if you have any questions about how you can implement fasting into your routine, I will be coming out with another video later this week, 5 different methods you can try. But if you have any questions other than that, feel free to hit me up for free at joel@joelstaleyfitness.com. I'd love to help you out. I'll see you in the next video.